Welcome to another edition of Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. Today's whiskey, we are finishing off the Blanton's whiskey, and today's nerd stuff is Regicide. Regicide is a fun 1 to 4 player games. It's from Badgers from Games, designers Paul Abrahams, Luke Badger, and Andy Richdale. Hopefully I pronounce those names correctly. If not, I do apologize. Let's go ahead and take a drink. Love the Blantons. So this is a really fun game. You can get online. I would say, always recommend check out your local game store. If your local game store doesn't have it, you can find this online, and I've seen this anywhere from $15 to $20. The premise of this game is to overthrow the monarchy. The jacks, queens, and kings will represent the monarchy. This represents their attack value and this health. So what will happen is you'll get, and you can play this game with any 52 deck of cards, but I would highly recommend getting the little starter set right here. Makes things much, much easier when you're playing. The setup of the game is pretty simple. You will have your castle, which you're going to shuffle up your jacks together, queens together, kings together. You will shuffle up your deck of cards, deal yourself 8 if you're playing by yourself. You'll have your wild or your jokers out here, and we'll kind of explain what that is in a minute. So we'll go ahead and play through this. So the first thing we're going to do is attack is our Jack of Hearts. Now the suits will give you powers in here. So when I'm attacking, if I attack with a heart, I get to heal the face value for the discard. If I attack with a diamond, I get the draw from the deck. Anything that you attack with a club will do double damage. And spades will reduce the attack value, and it'll make sense as we go. So what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and flip over my 8 cards. Now normally you can only attack with 1 card. However, if you get 2 cards that's the same number, as long as they don't add to more than 10, so I could play these 2 4s together, which would do 8 damage. And what's nice is I would get the power for both the spades and the diamonds, so I would reduce the attack value and be able to draw cards. However, on this first one, I'm going to go ahead and attack with this 10 of clubs, because remember, clubs do double damage. So I'm going to do 20 damage to kill this jack right off the bat. Now the nice thing is, if you can kill these royalty with the exact amount of what their health was, this is going to go to the top of the draw pile. So when I draw cards, I'm going to get that Jack of Hearts. If I were to have done 21 damage, it's going to go to this discard, and there is ways to get that, but it's not going to be as easy. So let's go ahead and flip over the next card. It's the Jack of Spades. Now what's going to happen is anybody I'm attacking, it's going to negate that value. So if I'm attacking with, the power. So normally if you attack with a spade, it's going to reduce its attack value, but because I'm attacking a spade right here, that gets nullified. So my spades will still do damage, it's just not going to lower their attack value. So let's see, what do we want to attack with? Not sure the best bet. We can't do 20 damage. That would do 18, and it's still going to hit me for 10. If I did that, that would be 8. That would be 8. This would be 6. Let's go ahead. You know what? We'll just do this. So we're going to go ahead and attack this for 18, bringing him down to 2. It's going to attack me back for 10. Now, here's what has to happen. When I get attacked for 10, I have to discard a value of 10. So in this case, we'll say we're going to go ahead and discard the 8 and the 3, which is 11. That covers the 10 damage that's done. So now we're down to 4 cards, which is not good. But what we're going to go ahead and do is we did 18 points of damage to it. So we only need to do 2 more, but I need to draw some cards. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this for 4. And because we're attacking with a diamond, I get to draw 4 more cards because that's the number on there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, because we did more than the 20 damage, this all goes to the top up here. We'll go ahead and flip over the next card we're going to attack, which is the Jack of Diamonds. So now what we're going to do is let's take a look. Our diamond card is going to be nullified, so we won't be able to draw cards on our diamond. But let's go ahead and do this. We will go ahead and attack for 10. Our 9 plus 1. It's going to reduce its attack value down by 10, so it's going to do 0 to us. We will not be able to draw any cards because of the diamond, but its health is down to 10. We will then go ahead and attack for another 10, but because we're attacking with the heart, we get to heal 10 cards. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So what's going to happen is you shuffle these up at random, and then you'll put them at the bottom of your draw pile. Now, because we've done exactly 20 points of damage, this goes to the discard, this goes to the top of the draw, and now we're at the Jack of Clubs. So now we're going to have to figure out what we want to do. I'm going to go ahead and attack for 8, which brings, because we're attacking with a spades, now its attack value will only be 2. It's attacking us for 2. I need to discard a card. That's at least 2, so we'll discard this 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and attack it for 5. So we're at 13. Now it can't do any damage to me. So I'm going to attack for 4. So now we're at 9 and 8. So we've done 17 damage. But because we have no more cards, I need to flip over one of these, and I can go ahead and draw a fresh set of 8. Had we had a diamond, we would have been able to draw. So now we've got to do 3 damage if we want to get that card on top. There is not a 3. So let's just go ahead and kill it off with this 4. Put these here. Now we're going to attack the Queen of Clubs. All right, let me go ahead and take a sip real quick. All right, the queens do 15 points of damage. So let's go ahead and first attack. So we're going to do 11 points. This is going to do 2 things. It's going to lower its attack value by 11, and we're going to heal 11 cards. I don't think we have 11 cards in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's just go ahead and shuffle these up. We've now lowered its attack value by 11, so it's going to come back and hit us for 4. I don't have a 4 here, so I'm going to discard this 7. And now we're going to attack. So we've done 11. We need 9 to kill it. We don't have a 9 here. We can't play this to make it 16 because it's a club and that gets nullified. So I'm going to go ahead and attack it for 10. So now we've done 11 and 10, so we've done 21, but I get the draw up to my 8 cards. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to come back and hit us for 4 still because it's not dead yet because we've only done 21 damage to it. And let's go ahead and shoot. We'll give up this 5 of diamonds. All right, so we're at 21. We need to do 9 points of damage to it. 9 points. How can we get to 9? I don't want to do this, but I'm not seeing a 9. Actually, you know what? We'll do this. We're going to go ahead and attack it for 7. So now we've done 28. It still has 2 left. It's still going to come back and hit us for 4. We will go ahead and discard these 2 for the 4. And we have done, at this point, we've done 27, 28. We'll go 30 damage against it. So it's going to kill it. It will put it on the top. We will flip over the Queen of Diamonds. Then we are going to go ahead and swing and attack for 10. We'll be able to draw back up to 8 cards. So, all right, let's take a drink and see what we want to do. It's now going to hit us for 15. So we need to account for 15 damage. But I'm going to, let's see, we've done 10 points of damage. Now, when it attacks us, we're going to do 15. And I'm just trying to recall real quick. Let me pause this for just a second. We will go ahead and just kill it off outright. So this does 15 when we attack. It's actually going to be 30 because it's the clubs. We've definitely overkilled it. So it's going to go there. We flip this back up. Now we cannot draw cards, but let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and take a sip. All right, we need to heal some cards, so we're going to go ahead and attack over 7. We will heal 12, 13, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's go ahead and shuffle these up. Put these on the bottom. So now it's going to come and hit us for 15. We don't have 15 points to cover, so we're going to discard this. Turn over our last chance. Get a fresh new set of 8 cards. Okay, now first we got to cover the 15 damage that's going to do to us. We want to hold on to these diamonds so we can get some draw cards later. So let's see. 15, 15, 15. Let's go. There's 15 right there. We'll discard those. Okay, now we've done 13 damage to it. We've got to do 23. We're not going to be able to do 23. Oh, shoot. I think we just lost this one. Yeah. So we can't draw cards because the diamond's nullified. So I can do another 8 to it. It's going to come back and hit us for 15. And we've got 13, 16. That'll cover it. We would come back and hit it for 5. That's enough not to kill it. Plus, we don't have any more cards. So we would have lost that game. Now, what's cool is there is a spot where if you can make it through without using any of the wild cards, or the gestures as they call them. It's called the gold win. If you use one of the wild cards, it's a silver win. And if you've had to use them all, it is a bronze win. But we had lost that particular game right there. So what will happen is you'll continue to go through until you can get through all those cards. And this is how easy it is to set up the next game. So all we're going to do is get these face cards back. And let's make sure we've got the 4 jacks. We've got the 4 jacks. We've got our 4 queens. We've got our 4 kings. So you'd reshuffle these back up. Kings go on the bottom. You reshuffle these back. Then the queens. Then the jacks. Then we would just do a quick shuffle of the cards. And we are ready for another game. So you'll find once you get this, you'll actually play through quite a few games. You will lose more than you win. And I would recommend for those that don't mind playing games on the computer, go check this game out on Board Game Arena. It's a lot of fun to play on Board Game Arena. It'll kind of give you a flow for it. I went ahead and played it on Board Game Arena first. Then I went and bought this. I love this game. I really enjoy having, and I have a lot of fun with this. I would love to hear your comments on this game for those that have played it, and what games that you would recommend that are similar to it. Let's go ahead and finish off this Blanton's. Get us a nice healthy pour, and that way I can do a few more games. Love the bottle. I would love to hear people's thoughts on these Blanton bottles. I like to collect these. I don't know if anybody else does. Let's go ahead and take a nice good sip. I love the smell of this. And then we'll just draw our 8 cards, and we're ready for another game. So I do appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this video. Please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, folks, cheers.